My name is Raven, professional wrestling superstar, former world heavyweight champion, and I want you to choose your four.
This is the innovator of violence, Tommy Dreamer, and I want you to choose your four.
Hello, Pro Wrestling Rushmore. This is Lanny Poffo, formerly the genius of WWE.
Hello, this is the hardcore legend Mick Foley. Yes, it is, and I want you to choose your four. It's Pro Wrestling Rushmore.
It's Pro Wrestling's Rushmore.
This is Pro Wrestling Rushmore. Quote the Raven, nevermore.
Hello, humanoids! This is Ian from Squared Circle History, and I want you to choose your four. It's Pro Wrestling Rushmore. Welcome to the only podcast that chooses a topic and allows you, the listener, to decide what ends up on our ultimate Mount Rushmore at the end of the episode. Our topic this episode is the Mount Rushmore of Stables. Joining me is my co-host, the often imitated but never duplicated Brian.
What's going on, Ian?
We've got a lot to talk about. It has been a very crazy time to be a wrestling fan lately. But before that, are you wearing a wrestling shirt?
Nah, man, I'm not.
You're not?
Oh, I had my kid's football game today.
So what shirt are you wearing then?
Just, regular black Lacoste t-shirt.
I see. And it's got a crocodile on it.
It does. It's Lacoste.
Okay.
Dead center.
It's like they're trying to make a statement with that shirt.
Damn right they are.
Well, I've got my gray Funk You Terry Funk shirt, and that's one of the things to talk about is the passing of Terry Funk.
Yeah, very sad, man.
Very sad.
Sad week.
Very sad week because the next day we lost Bray Wyatt.
It was the next day, wasn't it?
It's the next day. So
Jeez.
During the grieving process of losing Terry Funk, we lose Bray Wyatt.
That was a lot, too. That was
a lot.
I mean, dude was only 36 years old.
Yeah, very promising career still. I mean, he had a legendary career as is, but he still had more to accomplish.
Young kids.
Yeah, like 5 kids.
Was it 5?
I believe it was 5.
Wow. So it was JoJo and someone else, right?
Yes.
That's either way, whatever. It's just very, very sad.
Yeah.
And I thought, like, last week, not last week, but now, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago?
2 weeks ago now.
Weren't they saying he was cleared to return?
Yeah, they were saying he made serious progress. But then again, that completely goes against what they said, though, where they somewhere said that he had gone to the doctors earlier that day and they told him to wear a heart monitor.
Right, he left it in his car or something.
Yeah, so if he went to the doctors that day and they told him to wear a heart monitor, that doesn't sound to me like he's ready to come back to the ring. That sounds like they're still, running tests on him and making sure he's okay. And obviously he wasn't.
Yeah, exactly. That's way too short notice. I mean,
yeah.
There's no way you could be cleared needing a heart monitor, in my opinion anyway. But what do I know?
Yeah, we're not doctors.
Nope. Especially WWE doctors.
This isn't doctor history.
No. It's squared. Circle.
It's not even that.
Histories.
It's Pro Wrestling Rushmore.
Bro, no, it was a nice smooth introduction until you ruined it.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's been ruined.
Oh, awful.
Alright.
So there's that. Terry Funk, which I know you took very, very hard.
Yeah, that was rough. It's tough because that one, it's like I was kind of preparing myself for that, but still it happens, and it's like, oh man, I don't know, caught me off guard.
But, 79 years old.
I know.
Was that the first person you saw it from?
Oh, yeah.
I'm happy at least I broke it in for you.
Well, alright, let me just say it was a tie, because I looked at my text screen and I saw one from you and then one from my dad. So it was like at the same time.
Oh, I don't know. All right. I see. Did your dad wish you condolences like I did?
No, he didn't. He just said
See?
R.I.P. Terry Funk. So yes, you were the first one.
That's
to wish
very
me
inconsiderate.
condolences.
You know.
Yes.
I know
Yes,
you-
my dad was inconsiderate for not offering his condolences.
I mean, we all knew how much he meant to you.
Sure.
You harassed the guy like every week for autographs on turnbuckles and branding irons.
Don't send anything else. No more.
Well, that was you he was talking about.
I'm me and you're you. Okay.
Poor guy.
So also big is AEW had that big all-in show at Wembley Stadium, 81,000 plus.
And tonight is All Out.
Right, and also all out is CM Punk because he got fired.
All done, guy.
All done. That's
All done.
CM Punk's all done. Call the cops.
How do you think that went? He's like, hey Phil, yeah. So, yeah. Hi guys. Yeah, I really like to. I need to have a word with you. Yeah. Unfortunately, you can't be choking out our wrestlers, and I'm gonna have to let you go. He's probably like, thank God.
It was, I don't know, there's a lot of rumors out there, but it almost sounds like a Nails, Vince McMahon situation where
Yeah,
Nails grabbed him by the...
Well, I don't think CM
Sure.
Punk grabbed Tony Khan.
Nobody, they say he lunged for him.
But I mean, so did he miss him? Well, we all knew he wasn't a great shoot fighter, right? So it's a very
He
good
can't
shoot.
aim or shoot.
Tony Khan just dodges right. Punk goes like head first through the wall.
It was like Punch Out.
Yeah.
Ding, ding, ding.
He's like, oh no. He's like,
Oh,
oh,
man.
hey guys, I think that's really bad.
So complete madness over in AEW.
I love it. I'm interested
it's
tonight
exciting.
because it's in Chicago with no Punk. Those fans are gonna be like, they're gonna be rabid. But at the same time, I do respect Khan for like going out there and saying, hey, we've had enough.
Yeah.
You know, it's not safe working conditions. Even though I don't agree with that because wrestlers should be put in their place when they're assholes.
Sure.
You know, especially like the younger guys who just come in and like kind of make a mockery of the business and what they do, especially in AEW.
Now, we were talking about this yesterday, is what is missing from wrestling, and we came to the conclusion that, what was it, legitimate badasses?
Legitimate tough guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who like they would protect the business at all costs in bars. There was who was it that they said you can't work for my promotion if you lose a fight in a bar.
Oh, Bill Watts said
Bill
that.
Watts.
UWF, yeah.
I mean, think about it. If you want to legitimize what wrestling is, even though it's too far gone to even do that anymore because
Yeah.
everyone knows about it.
Yeah.
But those guys would protect the business. If you said something wrong about the business, can you imagine like back in what, 93? Jungle Boy talking shit to like Taker in the camera.
No kidding, man.
You know what I mean?
Have him pressed up against the wall by the throat.
Like, I don't know.
Now I'm gonna meet you in the parking lot.
Real glass. Like, shut up. I see both sides. 'Cause I don't like either
Yeah.
side. I'm not a CM Punk guy, which I was. I guess I was. Like,
Yeah.
I liked how we did in the ring, but man, he's gotten to be like my boy Brett there. You know.
Well, the thing that I don't like is, like, okay, you sign with this company to be a talent, so why do you have any say whatsoever
Right.
about any backstage decisions, any company decisions? No, you're a talent, so remain a talent. You're not you shouldn't be able to dictate who's in the locker room and who's.
It's like he's trying to be AEW's locker room leader.
he's like a dance mom
Yeah.
taking over, just
Right.
completely taken over.
Yeah, he probably walks into the back locker room with a tumbler in his hand.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It says, let's say on it, it says Phil on the
It's
side.
probably a picture of his dog,
Yeah, it's probably, yeah, exactly.
like
There
a
you go.
heart and
Right,
like his dog's face in the middle.
right.
It's a Larry tumbler.
He's got, and every time it loses it, he misplaces. Like, oh my god, where did I put my tumbler? Like, it's the end of the world for him.
AJ, what'd you do with my tumbler?
Yeah, I know you took it, and it was him all along. He probably put it on like some locker or something.
Sick of living with children.
Work with him, live with him. Then he finds it. Ooh, there it is.
Quiet down, Phil.
What he must be miserable, that guy.
Yeah, I think he is.
Just have a drink, bro.
It sounds
loosen
like
up.
it. Yeah, yeah.
Jeez.
Have a drink, have a puff.
Mm.
It'll change your life, dude.
Oh, he doesn't do that either, huh?
No, he doesn't do anything.
That's a terrible life when you don't do anything.
It's only vices, bitching.
And he loves wrestling, but he can't hang in there because he likes to bitch more.
Yeah.
So, like, what do you like to do more? You like to wrestle or you like to bitch?
You know, I can see him going to, say, like, Impact or NWA.
Really?
And I could.
No, because no Ring of Honor.
Oh, jeez.
It's like, I said I was fired from AEW. However, I did not say he was fired from Ring of Honor.
Oh, man. The sad thing is I could see them doing that. Like, just to create buzz. He said, fire me. I'm already fired.
They're going to make another new show for him on Tuesday nights.
AEW punked.
Right.
So we have stables today, Brian.
Well, it's a good thing we had all this filler to talk about. To fill about, what, 10 minutes maybe? 20 minutes? Hopefully closer to 20. Because this stables episode is going to be the shortest thing. It's going to be shorter than what you got in your pants.
Wow. Starting off strong here.
It's going to. How many stables do we have to talk about?
Well, it's funny you say that. I was just going to say, for honorable mentions, we have 13.
That we don't have to talk about. We're just going to go through them and say, oh, it was a Bullet Club Golden Shower. It was Bullet Club Gold.
Well, alright, let's start then with the honorable mentions here.
It was Bullet Club.
We're going to start with Kevin Sullivan's Army of Darkness.
Is that like the Dungeon of Doom?
No, it's not. This
Oh,
was in
Christ.
Championship Wrestling from Florida. He had Purple Haze, he had Woman, he had Luna Vachon.
Oh, was that when Luna shaved her head?
Yes.
That was kind of cool. Doesn't deserve to be there anywhere.
Take a bite from the cosmic cookie. Go to the Dunkin'. So we also have Jimmy Hart's First Family that was in Memphis.
Who was in there?
Oh, he had a whole mess of guys in there, but most famously he had Andy Kaufman in that group.
Okay. That's when he was feuding with Lawler.
Yes. We had a mention for the LWO.
The original LWO?
That's what I would think. But we also got to vote for the BWO.
Cool. I'm down with that. That's very unforgotten.
Sure.
I wouldn't have even thought of that.
That's why it's unforgotten.
What? No, I'm saying if you watch ECW, you remember. If you reminisce back to ECW, then you'd probably think of the BWO.
Sure.
You know what I mean? And like, if I reference back to WCW, one of the first things I'm not going to remember is the Dungeon of Doom. You know what I mean?
Moving along here, a vote for the...
That makes sense.
That makes sense, Brian. The Corporate Ministry.
Oh yeah, that was a good faction.
Yep. A vote for the Authority. It's Triple H, Stephanie, Jamie Noble, Seth Rollins, Corporate King.
Yeah. That was alright. Yeah.
How
but
about...
to be somebody's favorite? Like, why is
Well, only one person voted for it.
I know, but they could have voted for the top four.
Well, maybe they had better, other names on their list.
Alright, go on.
Moving along here, from TNA, the Aces and Eights.
Okay.
Also from TNA, the Main Event Mafia.
Oh yeah, dude.
Yep.
Angle, Sting.
Yep. Booker T, Nash.
Yep.
Steiner. A vote for the Alliance. The WCW ECW Alliance.
Ugh.
A vote here for the Dungeon of Doom.
Ugh.
There's many memorable characters from that group.
I mean, it was an innovative way, though, to get, like, Hogan to go against those monsters.
It was.
I think, you know what I mean? Just line up a bunch
Father,
of...
send me another monster for
Father.
the holster.
Fada. Farter. What do you call him? Farter.
We had a vote for the Brood.
Yeah, that's cool.
We had a vote for the Triple Threat, ECW.
Oh, dude, great.
Yeah.
Great faction.
And one vote for the Click.
Now, how are we gonna... Click?
Yeah.
It was a group of guys, two in which were in WCW and two were in WWF. You know what I mean?
I know.
So, and what, when they came back as the NWO, but they still weren't called the Click?
No, and this was a total... this pick was intended to be the backstage influence that they had
Oh, I see.
while they were together at the time, and then, they branched off to different promotions, and
Yeah.
their influence helped shape the show, basically.
I got you.
So yeah, those were all 13 honorable mentions. So now we're moving to the ones that got more than one vote. Well, first,
How many altogether?
18. There's
Wow.
going to be 18 more to talk about here. But first, I almost forgot, we need to begin construction on the Mount Rushmore of stables. First one here, Legend Derek and Daryl in Georgia. They give us votes for the Corporation.
18 more on top of the ones that we just
Yes.
went through.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't see how people can.
It's 31. That's more than a Royal Rumble.
Well, I stand corrected.
I told you were going to be in for a surprise
The
with this
Corporation.
episode. The Corporation. Vince
That
McMahon's
was
Corporation.
that was Ken Shamrock, Big Boss Man, Vince. Was it Shane?
Shane. Test.
Test, yes.
Briscoe. Patterson.
Yeah,
Slaughter.
yeah. All right.
All that.
Yeah, all right. It was
At different times, he had The Rock at one point, then he had Triple H at one point.
Yeah.
Kane was in there at one point.
that was cool faction for back then for the Attitude Era.
Feuding with Austin.
Right. It's just I forget like how all these factions came together after
Yeah.
a while. You know what I mean? Like what was the lead up to the Corporation actually
Well,
forming?
with his Vince McMahon building an army to fight against Stone Cold
I know
Steve
about like
Austin.
how did Ken Shamrock get into there?
How did Ken Shamrock join
The Corporation.
the corporate? Well, Vince McMahon needed a heavy hitter. Needed a heavy hitter for his group.
All right. So like who did he turn on though? Was he always a heel before he went in there?
I'm pretty sure he turned on Triple H when Triple H was still in DX.
Gotcha.
So that was 2 votes there for the Corporation. 2 votes here from Dragon Rana and Scorpion 87 for the Ministry of Darkness.
Another Vince McMahon faction, although we didn't know that.
No.
first.
This one. Well, okay. In the long run, yes.
Good.
But the initial build-up, it was The Undertaker, Paul Bearer.
Disciples of Apocalypse.
No.
Who? God damn it. Who was in there?
Oh, well, the Acolytes
Yeah.
were in there. The Brood became a part of
The
it.
Acolytes. Who did I
Viscera,
say?
Mideon.
Who did I say?
You said the Disciples of Apocalypse. That was the Harris brothers, Brian Lee, Crush, on the bikes.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, that was 2 totally different.
Yeah, man.
Factions
Well, I
there.
messed that one up.
Would have been interesting.
But
you know.
I did mean Bradshaw and Farouk. That's why I meant the
Okay.
Acolytes.
Yeah. Whew.
What a mess. What a mess.
But that was a cool group. They crucified Austin. They had Undertaker marry Stephanie. They did have the higher power, which
Right.
Eric Bischoff revealed on Nitro was actually Vince McMahon.
And if nothing else... Oh, did he reveal that?
Oh yeah, right before they went on, because that was a
Oh,
taped
no.
Raw.
I remember they were giving away results. I
Yeah,
did
that
not
was a
see
taped
that,
Raw.
though.
Eric Bischoff said, "Oh, we hear the WWF is revealing the identity of their higher power. I guess he has the initials VM. Draw your own conclusions."
Wow. That's dirty, man.
Yeah. So then, of course, everybody switched over to watch it.
Right.
You know,
That bit him in the ass so many times.
big time. Purple Haze and Scorpion 87 give us votes for the Dangerous Alliance.
Dangerous Alliance.
Paulie Dangerously, Ravishing Rick Rude, Stunning Steve Austin,
Yeah, of course, man.
Bobby Eaton,
Yes, yes,
Arn
yes.
Anderson, Larry Zbyszko, Medusa.
That was an awesome...
Do you have a recollection of this stable, sir?
That was an awesome stable. Didn't they participate in the first War Games?
It wasn't the first War Games, but it was the best War Games,
Well,
in
right.
my opinion.
Yeah.
Against
Sting.
Sting's Squadron.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember that.
That was great, but they lost that one and then broke up shortly after. And it's crazy because they're such a memorable faction, but they were only around for 4 or 5 months.
Who put them on their list?
Purple Haze and Scorpion 87.
Yeah, man, that's a good pick.
It is. It's an obscure pick, but it's a very good pick. And all the heavy hitters that were in that group.
Right. Bobby Eaton,
Sure.
looking like a tater. That's a great Jim Cornette story,
The
by the way.
Tater Alliance.
If you ever get to hear Jim Cornette talk about how Bobby Eaton had a secret admirer who thought he looked like a tater. Go out and listen to it. Right? No, that's what happened, right?
That is, yes.
He was like infatuated. He used to carry a potato around with her all the time.
Say, my little tater.
I'm not a tater. Jimmy, do I look like a tater?
Jimmy, I'm a man. I ain't no tater. My French friend.
Fuck me, look like a tater. God damn.
Bobby, tell me something. You're a vegetable or a fruit?
Well, I don't know, Jimmy.
Oh, man. Two votes here. Paulicious and Adam84. Give us votes for the Undisputed Era. Adam Cole, Roderick Strong, Bobby Fish, Kyle O'Reilly, NXT. Brian, do you watch wrestling?
I love wrestling. You're looking at like I knew who they were. Shock the system.
You're
Boom,
right. Yes.
baby.
Yeah. So yes, the
Man, I went to watch an NXT
that's
event. Yeah, that was out in friggin' it was Connecticut. Bridgeport.
Okay, yep.
Yeah, it was at one of the takeovers.
Yeah, wasn't it Adam Cole won the title from Johnny Gargano, didn't he?
Something like that.
I think so.
I forgot which one it was, man, to be honest with you, but it was
You were there, right?
I was there, man, but listen. I've had a
Yo,
day.
my brother!
I've had a day. All right. But it was not Private Party, the real ones.
Street Profits.
The Street Profits were in a ladder match.
Okay.
Don't ask me who they wrestled.
I'm amazed you even remember that much.
What do you mean? I remember some of the matches. Like I remember it was Adam Cole versus Gargano.
Okay.
I don't remember who won.
It was a great match, and I'm pretty sure Adam Cole won that one.
Maybe, and I'm sure tomorrow I will remember.
Will you?
Well, me. In the morning.
He's gonna remember a little bit.
Little bit.
The Undisputed Era, though. I mean,
Right.
that could have had potential on the main roster, but Vince McMahon was not willing to give it a chance.
They were so small for him.
Too small for him, but I mean, I don't know. Everybody.
Well, that's just how he felt at the time.
I know, but then I always think back to yes, but they eventually convinced him to give Bryan Danielson a shot, and he had that memorable WrestleMania moment at WrestleMania
You're right.
30.
But Bryan Danielson's one guy. The Undisputed Era, what? 3-4 guys?
4 guys.
4 guys.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's 4 guys you got to bring up and kind of pay big time money to.
True.
You know what I mean? Where Danielson was one person. Right.
Yes.
Same thing with Kingston. Same thing with Mysterio. You know what I mean? Small guys, but they were very proven. These guys are still Raw down there in NXT.
And Raw is war.
Not anymore.
Paulicious and Adam84 give us votes for Raven's Flock.
Yeah, Raven's Flock.
Yeah.
Always front row at the Nitros.
Yep.
Some odd characters in there.
Yeah, Sick Boy, Lodi.
Ron Reese.
Yeah.
Remember he used to come out with a shirt tied around his belly?
Yes. Yeah, he was a big dude.
He was huge.
Big dude, but like shaped like a T-Rex.
Yeah, short arms, right?
Yeah. He was also the Yeti.
Oh, that was the Yeti?
Yeah.
Over 7 feet tall, right?
Yeah, you can't teach that.
No? Well, jerk.
That group also had Billy Kidman, Perry Saturn, Van Hammer.
Van Hammer.
Stevie Richards for a couple weeks.
Did you say Lodi?
He did, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a cool group for what it was, I guess.
Memorable, you know.
What about me? What about Raven? Remember that fan attacked him?
Yeah, on Thunder.
Thunder.
Just grabbed him by the hair and pulled him to the floor.
Crazy.
Unbelievable.
Imagine that. You're wrestling in the corner and all of a sudden, anyone comes behind you and tries to strangle you for real.
I think I remember Raven say, reflecting back on it, saying he thought it was DDP at first, but then realized, hey, I have no idea who this guy is. By that point, Doug Dillinger and WCW Security had taken care of the issue.
Thank God for Mr. Dillinger. Who's up next?
2 votes here. Daryl in Georgia and Ringmaster give us votes for The Nation of Domination.
Yeah, I see a nation on there.
Farouk's big group.
Yeah, but they were like,
But there were two different eras of it.
there was, I was gonna say, right? So which one did you like better?
Well, I did like the original incarnation with all the followers, with Farouk, and he had Savio Vega, and he had Crush. That was cool, but then the second half I thought had the better people involved in the group.
Mark Henry, D'Lo Brown, The Rock,
Godfather, even Owen Hart at some at one
Ahmed
point.
Johnson.
He was there for a little bit.
I'm joking.
Nation of Domination.
You couldn't even hang in that.
That was awful. That was awful that they built a year of this Ahmed Johnson and Farouk feud, and then all of a sudden Ahmed Johnson just joins the Nation, and then they turn on him anyway in the end.
Right. Yeah. Poorly
Unreal.
thought out.
Yes, definitely poorly thought out, but I thought Farouk deserved better.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, I really could have believably seen him as the world champion.
Yeah, you think so?
For a short span.
As Ron Simmons, though, right?
No, as the leader of the Nation of Domination.
Oh, see, when you said Farouk, I'm thinking the Gladiator.
Oh.
But, all right, yeah, no, all right. The Nation Domination version, yeah. I could see that.
PG-13 wrapping him to the ring.
Yeah, but it was going to be The Undertaker in Providence. Remember, didn't they wrestle in Providence?
Yeah, and it's funny you bring that up, because all the advertising, like, we had local advertising in the area on the shows that all the markets didn't get, and they advertised it as being Undertaker versus Ahmed Johnson for weeks. And then by the time we get to the pay-per-view, it's Undertaker versus Farouk.
Right.
And Ahmed Johnson interferes, so...
But didn't Ahmed Johnson do something to...
He did. He came out at the end, and he gave Undertaker the...
No, I was talking about in the back to, like, make them believe in his push. Because wasn't he supposed to have a big push against The Undertaker?
He was, and I remember at one point he got hurt.
That's it. He got hurt.
Okay.
Yeah, he got hurt.
Yeah, he did get hurt.
And they were like, he gets hurt too many times, and
yeah, he did.
that's what soured him on them.
Yep.
Them on him. Whatever.
That's true. But it's too bad. It's really too bad because he had a good look, he had a good character, something different, but it just wasn't meant to be.
Well, and neither was Brian Cage meant to
No.
win this.
We have the
Battle Royal.
AEW All Out pre-show on in the background, and Hangman Adam Page has won the Battle Royal, so now he is being forced to donate $50,000 to charity.
Imagine that, of his own money.
Of his own money. Wow.
Like, guess what? You won the Battle Royal. We put you over. Now you get to donate
What a
$50,000.
prize. All 20 of these participants wanted to donate, but only one can. Moving on here. We're moving on to 3 votes now. Dragon Rana, Adam84, and Wrestle War give us a very appropriate and timely pick here. The Wyatt family.
Yeah, dude.
They had
That's a
something
good pick.
there.
That's a good pick.
Bray
Again,
Wyatt, Luke Harper, Eric Rowan, the sheep mask, the rocking chair.
very spooky, eerie, different. It was just different. It was
different,
good
yeah.
faction.
Think about that faction back in the late 80s, feuding with Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, something like that I could see.
And Hulk Hogan, having to travel to the Wyatt family house and walk the halls of the dilapidated home.
Right.
Where he's attacked by the Wyatts.
Where's Sister Abigail, brother? Where is she?
This is Eerie, brother.
Oh, what was that? What was that? It smells like dookie in here. Oof. Oof.
Oh my god. Which reminds me of those Dungeon of Doom skits when he's walking through the castle.
Oh yeah, exactly. That's what I'm talking about. You brought up a good point. It could have been the Wyatt house
Could
there.
be, yeah, could have been.
The Wyatt compound.
Different time, different place, but yeah, they could have done a lot more with that Wyatt family, especially at the time. Like, there was just always start and stop with Bray Wyatt's push.
Yeah, there was.
Push.
Yep.
But hey, that's what's gonna make
He
him.
did get the title. I mean, he was a world champion.
He was, but I think he should have gotten it while because he never won it while he was with the Wyatt family.
Right.
It was when he was doing his own thing.
Yeah.
Still spooky, eerie, but different. But yeah, that was a very memorable faction, and hopefully they are remembered for a long time.
I think they will be.
Suplex Sam, Ringmaster, and Hurricane give us votes for Evolution.
Another good one, man.
Triple H, Ric Flair, Batista, Orton.
It was a knockoff of the Horsemen, obviously.
Yep. It was during that era when Triple H just wanted to be Ric Flair.
Right.
And,
But he didn't make any reservations about it, right?
No.
He was very clear that he wanted to be
Yeah,
Ric Flair.
like, this is my goal.
Right. That's cool.
Don't call me the Nature Boy Triple H.
Pay homage to the Nature Boy.
Oh,
And it's
he
cool
was.
that Nature Boy was in there with him.
Yep.
You know? Kind of like Blessing.
I'm your mentor, your drinking buddy. Woo!
If that makes sense.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I like the and I like the way it all went down too, where Orton was going to face Triple H.
Yep.
Oh no, what was it? Austin won the title, didn't I mean Orton won the title.
Orton won the title and they turned on him.
Yeah, exactly.
Which-
that was cool.
They
That was cool though.
It was cool, but Evolution still had so much more life.
I understand, but like just the way it went down, where he's giving him a thumbs up,
Yeah.
and then he's on Batista's shoulders, and then Triple H gives him a thumbs down,
Yep.
and then like later on when Batista used that same thing about when he was gonna wrestle Triple H.
Yeah.
It's
Memorable
cool
moments.
how it all just came around.
Yeah.
I like Evolution.
Long-term storytelling.
It's a mystery, you know.
And that's a great theme song,
It
too.
is.
It
It really
really
is.
is. Alright. The next one here. 3 votes from Mike the Wolverine, My Boy Benny, and Kai Lolo. It's the Heenan family.
Yeah, see, it's tough for me because I didn't consider the Heenan family a stable.
It's a bit of a stretch, but for the time,
I understand. I fully understand they probably were. You know? But it's just a lot of guys, they didn't come out for each other's matches.
right.
They weren't there, around each other. So it would be Heenan and the guy just coming, like Heenan Big John Studd.
Yep.
Heenan and King Kong Bundy. But like, John Studd wouldn't come off Bundy's matches. Bundy wouldn't come off it. You know what I mean? So that's
Except
a
when
stable
they were
to
a
me.
tag team.
Right, but how often was that?
Yeah, for a little while.
Like who?
Well, they feuded with Hogan and Andre.
Studd and Bundy?
Yeah.
You're stealing money, Bundy.
But then, like, I don't know, every year Survivor Series would roll around and the Heenan family would come together.
Right, not all of them.
No, not all of them,
Oh.
but I mean, a good majority of them to form a team or two.
No, I understand. And that's what I'm saying. I fully understand that was a stable.
Mhm.
But I'm talking about, for me, for someone else, cool. I like Heenan. I liked all those guys in that stable.
Yeah.
So, good pick. I'll give it to
Alright.
him.
Next one here. 3 votes.
So what I say makes sense?
That makes sense. Purple Haze, My Boy Benny, and Kylo Low give us votes for the Von Erichs.
Oh, yeah, huh?
It's weird. It's weird to consider them a stable, but it is a family of multiple sons wrestling together, teaming
Yeah.
together.
I'll say it's a stable. I guess cool
Absolutely.
for anybody that watched them down in WCCW.
Yeah.
It was, right?
Von Erichs are legendary.
They are. But, man, guys like the Horsemen, DX, NWO.
We'll get that.
Well,
get to
that's
all of
that's
them.
3 already of our top 4.
But it's the journey. It's the journey of getting there.
I understand. I'm just saying. Is that the Turtle Kid?
Excuse me?
I like turtles.
Alright, so now we're in the 4-vote territory. Bobby on the Beat, Paul Licious, Scorpion 87, and Pat R. the Superstar give us votes for the Hart Foundation.
Ugh.
Brett, Owen, The Anvil, Davey, Brian Pillman. Great era.
Yeah, and alright. So I like how they put Pillman in there because he's got history with the Hart family and all
Sure,
that
trained
stuff.
in the dungeon.
It was cool for what it was. And it's cool that they all came together, like Owen, Bulldog,
Yep,
Anvil.
yep.
I like that they all came together like that. That was
Think about Canadian Stampede, that crazy moment.
yeah, I know. That was
Miraculous pop and the building shaking and created a great moment.
that was against the Patriot.
No,
What is that?
What?
What was it then?
What
was
was
the main?
that?
What was the main event in that?
Well, that was
Wasn't it the
10-man tag. Yep.
I wasn't the Patriot in it.
No. It's Austin, Goldust, Vader, and LOD.
Wow. What am I thinking about then?
I mean, they did feud against the Patriot, but never.
I know, but wasn't the
that-
Patriot in one of those 10-man tags?
He was in a Survivor Series, like that Survivor Series that year.
Yeah.
No, he wasn't. No, no, because he didn't
Oh
make
my
it to
God.
Survivor Series. He was only there for a couple of months.
All right. I don't know what I'm thinking about then.
Yeah, weird.
I knew he had a flag match.
He did have a flag match. Him and Vader against Brett and Davey Boy. I believe that was at Bad Blood.
Wow. All right.
Yep.
So who did Patriot work at Canadian Stampede?
He didn't. He didn't work at Canadian Stampede.
Are you positive?
Yeah, because there was only 4 matches on that show. Mankind versus Hunter Hearst Helmsley. It was Taka Michinoku versus the Great Sasuke. It's The Undertaker versus Vader.
You're sick how you remember this off the top of your head.
Because every match on this pay-per-view was awesome. And there
Yeah,
was
I'm sure
only
the
4
Taka
matches.
Michinoku match was a freaking 5-star.
Oh, it was. It was very good.
Who did he fight? Aguila?
No, he fought the Great Sasuke.
Remember the Great Sasuke was in the WCW game?
Yeah, he was, but they didn't call him that.
No.
I forgot what they called him.
Ninja something.
Black Ninja, maybe?
Yeah, I think it was Black
And
Ninja.
Hayabusa was Habanero.
Yeah.
That was an interesting game. WCW versus the World.
Great game.
Good stuff.
I just love doing the mid-rope moonsault with Sasuke.
Yeah. Alright, here also with 4 votes. Suplex Sam, Ringmaster, Legendaric, and Tiger Bomb. We got votes for the Bloodline.
They're not in the Mount Rushmore?
They are not, no.
I'm surprised.
No. They give it a couple years and people will...
I know, but isn't this like one
Dwell
of the
upon
greatest stories in modern history?
It really is, but it's so modern that not enough people voted for it yet.
I guess.
You know, people will go back and view it and remember the good times.
Right.
Because that was a really great storyline when they had Sammy there.
Yeah,
When
it
the
was
Usos were still together.
a great story. And even Sammy in it, even though he wasn't really part of the family.
Right, but
Just
they
the way
made him
they...
believe he
Yeah,
was.
exactly. That
And
was
you did.
awesome.
You gained sympathy for him.
Yep, did. I like it.
Now he's a big star, Brian.
Anybody put the Funk family in there?
Nobody put the Funk family. No.
Which is weird. They put the Von Erichs, but they didn't put... How about the Freebirds? I ain't had any Freebirds in there.
Well, we're not done yet.
Oh.
And as far as the Funks go, I mean, really, there was just Terry and Dory, so that would be a tag team, not really a faction. The only exception would be in WWF when they had Jimmy Jack Funk.
Oh, remember that? Was he even like a Funk?
No,
He wasn't.
He wasn't.
They had Travis Funk.
Travis Funk. It's not the same Funk family. Alright, moving along here. 5 votes. Suplex Sam, Ringmaster, Kylo Low, Hunter LNR, and Shep from Shepland, The Shield.
Well, yeah, another good faction.
Roman
Modern
Reigns,
day.
Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins.
Roman Reigns loves his factions, huh?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
Does that mean he can't do it on his own?
Hey, you know what? Maybe you're onto something here.
I mean, when was he champion by himself? Was he? Maybe for a short
Yeah,
while?
he was. Yeah.
Yeah, for a very short
A
time.
very short time.
And then you got into a faction. Look,
Yeah.
he hasn't lost it in over 1,000 days, right?
Yeah, over 3 years.
3 years holding the title.
Yeah, we're in the midst of history.
And I'm hearing that Cody Rhodes is going to be going to SmackDown now.
Cody Rhodes to SmackDown.
Well,
yeah.
that's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing
Yeah.
like it was a trade for Jay.
Because Jay's going to Raw.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So if that happens,
Oh, they must be gearing up for.
that's what I'm saying. Maybe
yeah.
finishes the story, right?
But I just feel like. So Jay is going to be on Raw now. I can really see Jay winning the world title. Then Survivor Series rolls around. You could do Jay versus Roman again, champion versus champion.
Yep.
No title's actually on the line, so give Jay his moment, pinning Roman in a big time match. Roman doesn't lose the title.
Right.
He can still keep moving along with this storyline.
Yeah, but he gets pinned. Oh no, he got pinned at Survivor Series, right?
He did.
Or whatever it was.
SummerSlam?
SummerSlam.
Was it SummerSlam?
No, it was the one before that. The tag team match. Remember, it was really good.
It was Money in the Bank, I think.
Yeah, it was Usos against Roman and... No, it was the one overseas, wasn't it?
Yeah, Money in the Bank was in England.
That's what it was. Yeah.
Yeah. Woo!
Damn, man. I'm very forgetful.
It happens to everybody, I hear. I forgot where I heard that from. Ah! So the Shield. Well, do you remember the Shield versus the Wyatts?
Yeah.
Wow, that was a great match.
Yep.
That was one of my favorite matches, actually. That was a good one. And then the Shield versus Evolution.
I was going to say.
Those were great matches. Yeah, back to that
crazy. Take it to the crowd.
Yep.
Jumping off of balconies.
And even their debut, their actual first match, when they did the TLC match against was it Daniel Bryan, Ryback.
You're asking the wrong person.
I forgot who the third one was.
How about then they had that the other group, Retribution, come out and try to be the Shield.
Retribution.
Remember that?
Yeah.
They were so bad. Are they on here?
No, there were no votes
Can you
for
imagine?
Retribution. There were no votes for Right to Censor either.
Oh, that's too bad.
No votes for Kai and Tai.
Yeah, right.
No votes for the Nexus. Remember the Nexus?
Yeah. 2 versions, right?
Yeah. There was the Nexus and there was the Core.
Yeah, that's what it was.
The Filthy Animals, no votes for them.
Oh.
Modern factions like the Judgment Day, Blackpool Combat Club.
Do you think eventually the Judgment Day could get on a list like this?
It depends. It depends if they can stay together, because I really did write them off as a faction, but then they really, I don't know, after WrestleMania they really started, getting more TV time, getting more involved, and now they've been in the main event every week for months. They really are building something good there. But nope, no votes for them on this list here. But, moving along here, 5 votes. I will tell you this, it just missed the Mount Rushmore.
Who was it?
5 votes here. My Boy Benny, Purple Haze, Danny Love, Hunter LNR, and Shep from Shepland. The Fabulous Freebirds.
Oh.
Just missed, Brian. It just missed.
That's crazy. I love the Freebirds.
Freebirds were great. Classic.
They're not on mine, but they deserve to be there, I think.
That was a cool faction during the territory days that they were able to bounce from different promotions together.
Right.
And I mean, you kind of see that in, modern day with the Young Bucks, Hangman Adam Page, and Kenny Omega saying they want to travel as a group. But the only other time anybody had ever done that was Fabulous Freebirds.
Now, which one did you like better?
Oh, definitely. Well,
Buddy Roberts or Terry Gordy?
Oh, well, definitely Terry Gordy.
Yeah.
By far Terry Gordy. But then you got to think about the tag team era when it was Michael Hayes and Jimmy Jam Garvin.
Right.
That was fun. That was a fun era too in WCW.
Yeah. No, that was cool. But I liked the
original one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
the original one was better.
Yeah.
They ran roughshod in Texas and
So
Georgia.
you liked Gordy over Roberts, huh?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm surprised.
Definitely.
I liked them both.
Yeah.
I liked them. I did.
How about their short-lived stint in the WWF during the rock and wrestling era?
Yeah, I barely
Same time Cyndi Lauper was around.
Barely even knew they were there, to be honest.
Cyndi Lauper's manager/husband was the manager of the Fabulous Freebirds.
Oh shit! I love that they had a hit single.
Yeah.
Badstreet USA.
Badstreet USA,
awesome.
which is a badass song.
Well, it probably wasn't a hit, but it was a hit to me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, we remember it fondly.
Yeah.
But yeah, they were a little bit too wild for the WWF dressing room.
Is that what it was?
Yeah. And who do you think threw them out
Who do I think threw them
of
out?
the dressing room?
This was what year?
1984.
Andre.
That's right,
It was, right?
Brian. That's right. The Freebirds got to go.
Put your phone down.
The Freebirds
No one's
got to
even
go.
here. Pat's not here. Just put your phone down. I know how
No.
stupid you look already.
Don't make fun of my face. This is not right. I cannot help it that I am telling you against it.
What is?
Terry Gordy, put a shirt on. Nobody wants to see your chest there.
So Gordy was there with them too.
Gordy was there with him too. All three of them. All three of them were there as a
I
faction.
don't remember that, man.
Howard Finkel. Ladies and gentlemen, the fabulous Freebirds.
No, I don't remember that.
Yeah, very short-lived.
Like how short? 2 months?
Not even that
Not even.
long.
Alright, so there you
Like,
go. That's
not
right.
even 2 weeks.
Oh, well.
Andre put his foot down right away. Right away.
None of those shenanigans here.
Doop.
Andre got a Coke.
I have the whole case of Coca-Cola, and you might not have that either.
So we have made it to our Mount Rushmore. We're gonna start with the mystery of it all. You alluded to it earlier, the three that would make it. So this is the one that you necessarily didn't mention, but 6 votes here. Mike the Wolverine, Kylo Low, Legend Derek, Kangaroofy, Wrestle War, and Tiger Bomb give us votes for the Bullet Club.
Really?
Yes, Bullet Club has made the Mount Rushmore. And when you really think about it, think about how big the Bullet Club has become and how that's the first faction that got a t-shirt into Hot Topic. That
Yeah.
skull has been copied for everything now. The whatever club, everything's a club.
Well, yeah. No, you're right. A lot did come of it.
But it became a brand. It became more of a brand than a faction because, yeah, in New Japan, you know, they did their faction stuff, but
Right.
it just doesn't translate as much to the United States. But still, everybody knows what the Bullet Club is. They might not know who's in the Bullet Club, but they know of the Bullet Club.
Right. That's the problem, I think.
Yeah.
It's like, who was in it? I don't know. Like, what incarnation of the Bullet Club are you talking about? So many
Probably just
people
the long,
have come and
the
gone.
long stretch of it. I mean,
But you don't have to twist my arm too hard. Yeah, I could see why they would put them in there.
especially for modern fans too.
Right.
Like that's this era, and I hate to say this, and I hate to compare it as this, 'cause it's definitely not the same, but it's this era's version of the NWO.
Okay, yeah. I mean, you're right.
That,
I don't think
that gang mentality, that pack mentality.
right. And they
Everyone's
had
wearing
the same colors.
T-shirt. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I could see it.
So yeah, 6 votes, the Bullet Club, and yes, it does make the Mount Rushmore of stables.
All right.
Moving along here on the Rushmore, 7 votes. I won't read everybody, but DX.
Of course.
Whether it's the Shawn Michaels, Triple H, China, and sometimes
Anyone.
Rick Rude version, or it's Michaels, Mike Tyson, China, and Triple H.
I guess I sound like a hypocrite, right? Because here I am saying there's different incarnations of DX, even though it's not even near as many people as were in the Bullet Club.
Sure.
But still, it's like there are different,
Different eras of the group.
and you can appreciate all of them.
Yeah. I mean, Triple H, X-Pac, the New Age Outlaws.
What about
China,
no one put CM Punk's old faction, huh?
the Straight Edge Society?
Yeah.
Yeah, no. No. A lot of people are trying to forget about Punk right now. But yeah, DX. How about the time they drove the tank?
Yep, to the
Nitro.
Norfolk Scope,
Yep.
right down the street from where they were running.
We declare war on WCW and Eric Bischoff.
His nose is almost as big as the bazooka.
Oh, jeez.
Now what Triple H saying if Shane comes back, he's done.
I did hear that. Yeah, he said he'll gladly step down.
I
I wonder what Shane did.
don't know.
There was that story that he wreaked havoc when he was in the Royal Rumble 2022 maybe. Came back, had a spot in the Royal Rumble, but he was really pitching a fit backstage and he wanted to win the whole thing.
Did he really?
He did.
Jesus.
Yeah. And was only pitching ideas that involved him winning. So that's a good way to get your point across, I guess.
Wow.
So yeah, there must have been a falling out there.
What do you think? Like, Shade, you can't do it.
It's not our plans.
A Planza.
Can't stand ya.
Oh, I really want to hear what the Acclaim is rapping.
It's probably just about CM Punk getting fired.
Comes Dennis Rodman.
Dennis Rodman, the Worm. Alright, we got 2 more factions on this list here. One got 9 votes and one got 10 votes. Want to guess which one got 9 and which one got 10?
I'll say NWO got 10.
Okay.
Horseman got 9.
That would be correct.
Hi, really?
So the 4 Horsemen, 9 votes. NWO, 10 votes.
It's crazy that Horseman didn't like...
Because the NWO just had more of an impact.
I guess, yeah.
You know, Hogan turning just changed everything.
But all those guys coming in towards the end was just...
Well, they did. They
stupid.
watered it down.
It
It overstayed its welcome. They kept bringing it back, reviving it. They split it off into the Wolfpack.
That was bad.
NWO 2000.
Wolfpack wasn't bad.
No, that was alright. And the theme music was
2000
good.
thing was terrible.
Oh, yeah, Brett, Jarrett,
Right.
Nash, Hall, the Harris brothers.
Yeah, I know, right? So bad.
That was not a good version of the NWO. But initially, let's say 1996 to early 97,
Right.
those few months there, they were hot. Like, that was huge must-see TV.
Yeah, no, I agree. I can see that. So, but as long as the Horseman came in second, it's still in there.
Yes, so 4 Horsemen. They ruled Jim Crockett Promotions, and what was great about them is, well, at least the initial Horsemen, and then even the next incarnation, they could all wrestle. All of them are great.
Yeah, but the
wrestlers.
core usually stood strong, right?
Yes.
Like it was Flair, right there. So it's Flair, Arn, Tully, Ole, and what's his face?
JJ Dillon.
JJ Dillon.
But then
As the manager.
they kick Ole out and they bring in Barry Windham. And
Right.
Then that's huge right there.
Right. Wyndham's
That's
big.
probably, well, to me, I think that's the best era of the Horsemen right
I think so too, but I liked when Sid was in it.
Oof.
It wasn't very
Oof.
long. I know,
I
man.
don't
but
even know if
just-
Sid liked when Sid was in it. I do not normally have friends, so I don't think this is a good fit.
And it wasn't long, but like, he was just that tall, tough bastard. You know what I mean?
They need to
I
have a
think they
giant
right.
in the group.
Like they say, Arn Anderson was the enforcer.
He was the enforcer, yeah, but
Like, he wasn't like that.
but you still need the backup. What about when Paul Roma was in it?
That was pretty bad. that wasn't good. That wasn't good. Paul Rome was a very nice man. That wasn't good.
Paul Roma can tell a hell of a story. So yeah, Brian, that's our Mount Rushmore right there. We got the Bullet Club DX, the 4 Horsemen, and the NWO. Do you think they got it right?
I do. I mean, I'm gonna change the Bullet Club.
Yeah.
I liked Evolution. That was-
So alright, so tell us your Mount Rushmore.
Oh, it was NWO, 4 Horsemen, DX, and Evolution.
Okay. Alright. Well, that sounds really good. I had NWO, Horsemen, DX, and I love the Heart Foundation.
Oh,
I do. I do love the Heart Foundation, even though it was a short span of time.
I know.
It made for my favorite era of Raw.
they were a good faction. I'll give it to them. They were.
Good stuff. Good stuff. And we finally got that faction episode out of the way, and it wasn't as short of an episode as you expected, bro.
I'm gonna say 55 minutes.
Just about.
All right.
Just about that.
But here's the thing.
Yeah.
If we didn't have all that filler to begin with,
Well,
and
you
unfortunately, people died. Here,
unfortunately is right, yeah.
but that's what we filled in about. If it wasn't for that stuff, this episode would have been 20 minutes tops.
Phil Lynn and Phil Brooks.
Phyllis.
Phyllis Brooks. Well, the next time we do this, Brian, it's going to be your favorite episode to date. I guarantee it.
Why?
Because it's going to be the Mount Rushmore of Bret Hart matches. A whole episode talking about Bret Hart.
Oh, it's fine. It's fine. Look, I'm gonna be on my best behavior.
No, that's not what the people want.
No, it gets sick after a while. Just this one guy like talking shit about Bret Hart, even though it's very justified.
Oh, it's your gimmick, though, you know?
It's not. It's not. I don't want to be a gimmick on a show. Am I a gimmick to you?
Yes, you're just here to amuse me.
Jesus. Am
I a gimmick? Am I a clown?
I'll have a serious episode. I won't groan all the time. And I'll talk very openly, and not honestly, because I'll have to hold my feelings back. So
I'm gonna lie to people.
I'm not gonna lie to them. I'm just gonna try to be
Yeah,
professional.
humor them. So that we can get a Bret Hart episode out of the way.
I'll be professional. I'm a worker unlike him.
You think he'll like the episode?
I think you'll love it.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say he's gonna hate it because he hates everything.
Well, there you go. See, I'm already trying to start being positive here.
All right, positively Paige, positively Brian.
The episode's gonna suck.
Well, if you'd like to support the show and let us know that we don't suck, you can go over to Pro Wrestling Tees and buy a Squared Circle History or Pro Wrestling Rushmore t-shirt. Join us on Instagram, squared.circle.history, and give us a like on YouTube as well. For Brian.
Yeah, alright. Have a good night, guys. Gonna watch some AEW All Out without CM Punk.
And we are all out. So this is Ian saying good night.